Hello there. How are you? I hope you are having a good day, no matter what day it is for you. Today is May 4th, 2020, when I'm recording this. And most of you have probably heard of the movies Star Wars and the toys and all kinds of stuff that go along with Star Wars. And my boys today are celebrating what is kind of called Star Wars Day because in Star Wars they say, "May the Force be with you." Today's May the 4th, so people say, "May the 4th be with you." So it's kind of silly and kind of fun. And my son Nathan is making some Star Wars themed treats here at our house, and they're watching different Star Wars shows and movies after they do their schoolwork. So maybe you'll do some Star Wars things too, or maybe you're not quite sure what that is. You can ask the people that you live with, what is Star Wars? It's big. So let's get to our stories. Unfortunately, I don't have any Star Wars books to read you because most of the Star Wars books in my house are for older kids. So I'm not going to read those ones. They'd be kind of boring for you. No pictures. But I do have a book about space and Star Wars. A lot of it takes place in space, in outer space. This one is a fun one called Mousternaut. Mousternaut. So this book was written by an astronaut named Mark Kelly, and he's been to space a few different times. So he wrote a story and kind of had a fun little take on a mouse going to outer space. So let's find out what this is all about. Mousternaut. It says based on a partially true story. Partially means a little bit. A little bit of this story is true. The space shuttle is set for a launch, and the astronauts are doing their last-minute training to prepare for the mission. So the mission is the job that they're assigned to go do. NASA is sending along some special guests for this flight, and they're training too. One mouse is smaller than all the rest. His name is Meteor. The other mice know he won't be chosen for the important mission, but someone has his eye on Meteor, and he's impressed with the little mouse's hard work. Which one do you think is Meteor the mouse? Do you see the smallest mouse doing hard work there? I spotted him right there. He's small, but he's still doing hard work. The shuttle commander announces that 6 mice will be selected for the flight. He picks 5 of the biggest, strongest mice. But for the 6th spot, to everyone's surprise, he chooses Meteor. Look, even Meteor is surprised he's going to go. All 6 are taken to their new home, a special cage called the Mouse Hotel. The other mice are nervous as the countdown begins, but not Meteor. Look, here's the countdown. Maybe you could do the countdown with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then what do they say when the rocket goes up? The space shuttle goes up. Lift off! There it goes. Here's the space shuttle, and it's the rocket that's going to get it to outer space. At first, the mice are pressed flat against their cages by the power of the launch. But then the pressure goes away. The other mice cling to their cage in terror. Terror is really scared. But not Meteor. He loves the feeling of weightlessness. So if you're in outer space, you would float around because there's no gravity. We have gravity here on Earth, and that's the force that keeps us able to walk around on the ground, keeps your things like your tables and your chairs down on the ground. But in outer space, there's no gravity, so they float around. Hey, little guy, the commander says, you're a natural, a real live Moustronaut. So he named Meteor a Moustronaut. Meteor is taken from his cage and gets a tour of the shuttle. He can even see the Earth way off in the distance. Ooh, it's windy here at my house right now. Trees are really blowing. The astronauts are all very busy during the 14-day flight. So they're going to be in space for 14 days. 14 days is 2 weeks. Remember, there's 7 days in 1 week. So 2 weeks is 14 days. There are spacewalks to take and experiments to conduct. And see, when they go out of the space shuttle, they have to be strapped down and tethered so that they're safe. But what can Meteor do to help? Then, while answering email, one of the astronauts notices the key to the control panel stuck between the monitors. When he tries to get it out, it accidentally gets wedged farther down. Oh no. This isn't good, says the commander. We need that key back. One astronaut tries to move the monitor. It doesn't budge. Another slips her fingers into the crack, but the key is stuck down too deep. One even tries pushing it out with a long piece of metal, but with no luck. No one can reach it. Can't get to the key they need. What do you think they're going to do? The astronauts are getting worried, but as they discuss the problem, a tiny figure has an idea. Being the smallest isn't a bad thing, Meteor says to himself. Maybe I can be useful on this flight. Look at that. All the astronauts are over here talking about it. Over here. Meteor has an idea. Meteor squeezes his way into the crack. The space is dark and cramped, but Meteor spots the key and tugs at it with all his might. Hey, look at what our tiny friend has done, the commander says. He's saved the mission. Meteor looks pretty proud of himself, doesn't he? When the shuttle returns to Earth, Meteor is declared a hero. He's even given a brand new uniform and an official title, Moustronaut. Do you see him there? He's wearing his astronaut uniform like all of the other astronauts. All the astronauts cheer and applaud. That means they're clapping a lot. But Meteor is already thinking about his next big mission. I wonder if he'll get to go to outer space again. That's the end. There he is there on the front. See that? So, oh, you might be able to hear some noise in the background. My son Griffin is practicing his trombone. It's kind of a loud instrument, but he has to practice. That's how we get better at things. So, I hope that you have a great day, and I hope you know how much I miss you and how much I wish that I could hug you and play with you and do coloring and teach you more, but we're still connecting a little bit through these videos, and I hope that you are enjoying your time with your family and being creative and getting outside when the weather's nice and not too rainy or windy. I miss you, and I love you. Bye.